Hey, Forrest here. Nothing like getting paid. And with ICCU's mobile app, I can deposit checks or accept Zelle payments so the money hits my account fast. I just wish there was an app for mowing the rest of these lawns.
Right now, what you want for the SUV?
I don't know.
Well, Lithia Ford will give you more than that.
How much more?
More than you think.
I'm not thinking anything.
I'm thinking you might get even more than that.
See how much more you can get at Lithia Ford of Boise.
When it comes to concrete, we've got you covered. RowPaint.com offers custom concrete coating services for your garage, business, warehouse, and more. And we do it in one day. We are your complete concrete coatings solution.
It's time for the Lithia Ford of Boise Postgame Show from Bronco Nation News. We're breaking down the game with highlights, interviews, analysis, and most importantly, you. Give your thoughts on the game in the YouTube chat or Facebook comments, and we'll include the best ones on the show. Check out LithiaFordBoise.com to view their full inventory of vehicles, or check them out at 8853 West Fairview in Boise. Now let's head out and join BJ Rains for the Lithia Ford of Boise post-game show from Bronco Nation News.
Well, there was the exclamation point by Chibuzo Abo as Boise State wins this one. John Mallory, nice enough to I knew you were doing something over there. You wanted the ticket sticker on there. I like that. That was smart. Very smart.
Oh, I didn't know that was going to show up on the air, but sorry, BJ.
That's all right, man.
I did just joking. I was putting that sticker on. Okay, that's a nice little touch. Sorry about that.
Perfect placement there, man. We'll leave it on there for a few minutes, man. That's what that's what you get for coming on. John Mallory, nice enough to stick around for a few minutes. You can hear him 3 to 6, KTIK, the ticket with Mike Prater, and gonna have plenty to talk about tomorrow, man. I would assume that 3 o'clock A block opening segment's gonna have to be a lot of Max Rice talk, man. 29 points tonight. He was on fire. 21, I believe, in the first half, and Boise State 77 to 62. They win the game. They're up to number 23 at KenPom, the highest they've ever been in school history. And they're rolling, man. First place in the Mountain West. What a night here at ExtraMile Arena.
This will be the Max Rice game. I think this is going to be one of those that they talk about a long time. Chandler Hutchison versus San Diego, Derek Marks a couple of times, right? Anthony Drimmick, all the classic players that the old school crowd saw play, Tanaka Beard and those guys. They'll talk about Max Rice, the Max Rice game against Nevada. It always means a little more when it's versus the Wolfpack, as we said in the pregame show, BJ. And, first place was on the line. They came out. It was a fun crowd, man. Almost 10,000 people on a Tuesday night. That's big time here. And Max Rice to score 29 points on 14 shots is very, very difficult to do at this level. And he wasn't at the free throw line all night, BJ. He took 3 free throw attempts to drop 29 on 14 attempts. That's insane efficiency there. That's barely missing 10 of 14. It was a great performance. He spoke in the post-game show, and I loved how he said that sometimes, for being a coach's kid, sometimes he feels disrespected. And he only had 2 points when they played at Lawler Event Center a couple weeks ago in Reno. So he said he came out with a little extra edge tonight, and he wanted to show Nevada and their coaching staff that, he's a player, and he's a big-time player. And I think if you drew up an all-conference team right now in this league, I think Max Rice might be on it. I think if you drew up an all-defensive team in this league right now, I think Max Rice would be on it. If they had a most improved player award in this league, I think Max Rice would be the leading contender for that. He's having a terrific season, and tonight, the mustard was on the hot dog. No question for Max. He put on a treat. I wish Leon would have called the timeout with about 25 seconds left, 12 seconds left, and give Max that curtain call moment to go over to the bench and maybe hug Pops and the team and all that. But Leon told us in the pregame show, and he's right, he wasn't thinking about that. He didn't want to disrespect Nevada. They were running the clock out. It's fine. But what a night we'll all remember who were there, who saw it on TV, who listened to it on the radio. This was the Max Rice game.
Yeah, anyone that's ever played sports, even at the YMCA level, whatever, you dream of having a night like that. where every shot you take, no matter how far behind the three-point line you are, it goes in. There was one from the side over there by us. It was really far. There was one down here where he pump faked the guy, passed it off. They gave it back to him. I mean, everything he threw up, he could have shot one from half court and it probably was going in tonight. I mean,
he was feeling it, man. And the trajectory on Max's balls, I mean, it's textbook shooting of the basketball. Wherever he was taught, I mean, he's an expert at shooting the ball, BJ. You can see it's one of those shooters, Max is, when it leaves his hand, you see the rotation and you see how it's lined up with the rim. I mean, we got the best seat in the house there sitting center court, and we can look at it. We can say, yep, that's in. Like, we can call Max Rice's threes about a half a second before it actually goes through the hoop. That was a special performance. And, Max raised the bar a little bit for himself in this team this season, right? Now Max can have that game. Max Rice took over this game tonight. There's not a lot of players in this league that can take over a game, right?
Yep.
Max Rice did so tonight, and Boise State, looky. They're right where they were this time last year in this league, a tough league, first place. The fact that Leon still has this sucker cooking with this team and what this team has had to go through, it is really impressive. If you're not super impressed with this basketball program right now, man, you are a tough nut to crack, because there's a lot to like with the way these guys are playing and the way they're coached and the way Leon just runs this program, BJ.
We got well over 100 people watching this live right now, and so we got a couple more minutes with Johnny, and then we'll get to Leon Rice. We got Max Rice, Tyson Degenhart. We got some highlights as well. We'll take your comments in the ICCU YouTube chat, so get your comments in. We'll get to them here in a little bit, but while we have Johnny for a couple more minutes, Johnny, you mentioned first place. And, pretty incredible. They lose to Santa Clara badly. They lose the conference opener by 2 points on a heartbreaker to Nevada. And now you look up, they're on a 5-game winning streak. And by a half game, they're tied in the loss column, but they have the extra win. So they're a half game up, first place on San Diego State here in the Mountain West.
And it's a good Mountain West this year, BJ. And they're going to be tested on Friday night because the Pit is back in Albuquerque.
I can't wait to get there, man.
Dude, and you're BJ, Ric Flair, private jet flying, bling wearing. Now you're going to have, that's going to be cool. And that's why everybody loves BNN. That's why there's 10,000 people watching this thing right now, because they know this is where you go for post-game live action. And it's an easy subscription for everybody. So it's cool that you guys are doing so well. And you have this coverage, being able to fly to places like the Pit. You're going to let your viewers know what the Pit is like in that pregame show. You'll have the camera going, I'm sure, if you can. I mean, that's going to be electric there. And if they lose that, I think first place goes by the wayside, correct? I mean,
at least for the time
not
being,
very comfortable in first place. So these games are huge. Look at the next 3 games real quick, though. Forecast that for me, BJ.
Well, you're saying after the New Mexico.
No, New Mexico counts.
Okay.
Next 4.
Then you got 2 home games. Was it Colorado State and Fresno State?
Yes, Fresno State Tuesday, Colorado State over the weekend.
At Air Force.
And then at Air Force.
They just won at home against Wyoming tonight. Not saying a ton, but
nice win for Air Force.
But that's not going to be a gimme. But I thought they had to win tonight because I'm not sure they win on Friday. You needed one of these two. You didn't want to go on the 2-game losing streak. So you get this one. You have the tough one against New Mexico. But even if you lose Friday, if you can get the next 2 home games, Colorado State, Fresno, and
you're
at Air
8-2.
Force, you're 8-2, and you're 18-5 going down to San Diego in a couple weeks.
So this is the highest. Yeah, I mean, Leon even looked at BJ tonight in the press conference. What did he call you, the computer geek?
Something like
that. Because BJ,
guy. I think Jay got a little jealous. He called me the stat.
Oh, he did. That's why Tust had a little weird look on his face. You guys make sure you watch the press conferences too.
We'll play it here in a few minutes.
Make sure you watch it because Max Rice, Tyson Degenhart has some really cool things to say about this program and the night Max had. And it was kind of funny when you said, "Hey, Leon, what was that like for you as a coach and as a dad?" And he's like, "Hey, no dad. No dad."
He said, "Dad was up in the stands." And then he goes, "No, wait, no, there's not a different dad."
That was funny. Again, Leon just being Leon. I don't want to put the cart before the horse here. I mean, this is January 17th.
How
but
big
it
is
feels
Friday?
like
If they win Friday, are they in the driver's seat?
Other than San Diego State, who they still have to play twice, sure. But I'll tell you this. I think right now this league, I have the Mountain West as a 4-bid league. Maybe even 5 if you get some scrappy team like San Jose State winning the conference tournament, right? I mean, Nevada, I think, is a solid tournament team. New Mexico's playing like it.
Yep.
San Diego State's playing like it. Boise State is. Utah State, another kind of wild card there. The league's good this year. I think this is no question, and you're the computer guy, and you can show me those stats, but no question, I think this is a 3 bid league this year. And I think at the end of the season, I expect now, with what I've seen so far, to see Boise State hovering in that upper class neighborhood of this league, just like they did last year, where they're 1, 2, or 3 going into the conference tournament, thinking maybe their ticket is already punched before you play a game in Vegas, BJ. And that's just kind of where this program is right now. You're shaking your head.
I'm just saying,
I know.
I'm in amazement, but I don't think anyone in their right mind could make a bracket, whether you're Joe Lenardi or Jerry Palm or whoever. I don't think anybody right now could conceivably make a bracket and not have Boise State in it.
Yeah, with those computer numbers as well. We've seen a lot of games here, man. Me and you go back to, the Drimmick and Marks era. We both got to this town about the same time
for me,
in media jobs, and we both had that same seat over there for 10 years or so. I left for a few, but came back. BJ, we've seen some big-time games in this building tonight. As far as regular season, Tuesday in mid-January, this is up there with a lot of those, and it's because of Max Rice and how hot he was tonight. He even said it. Sometimes the rim, he used the high school reference.
Yeah.
Because when Max was in high school, I think he was the Gatorade Player of the Year in this state.
He was a man amongst boys.
He was. It was unfair watching Max Rice at Bishop Kelly play 4A high school basketball. He said this was the closest he's ever been to that. And, I'm a big Max Rice fan. I was really happy, BJ.
Yeah, we know you have the selfie with him from the Mountain West title.
I'm a big Max Rice fan. It was nice to see him have this moment tonight. And
where is the selfie, by the way? Is it on your wall somewhere in your house, or is it still?
I have not printed out. It's in my phone. It was fun, man.
Yeah,
but
I was thinking ahead, man. Think the senior night, the final regular season home game. Marcus Shaver senior night, or not Abbo.
This year,
yeah, Najee Smith.
Yep.
Think about senior night.
Okay.
It's against San Diego State.
Oh, wow.
On a Saturday, or no, I guess it is on a midweek game. But you think about
they kind of got screwed. They don't have any big Saturday games, man.
Utah State at 4:30.
Okay, that was one. All right.
Yeah, but I mean, think about what if first place is potentially on the line with San Diego State for
on senior day.
What this place could be like.
I'm going to say it's a sellout.
Oh, it's got to be.
Could it be the LSU crowd a few years ago? Remember that?
Yeah.
This town, I love it. It's just the football mindset of a Power 5 opponent. LSU wasn't even good that year, but we got LSU coming here. The balcony was sold out. Yeah. I remember that. And they won, and it was cool.
Final thing from you. Anything else from the game stand out? We mentioned 29 for Max Rice.
Yeah.
15 for Degenhart. 12 for Najee Smith. 10 for Chibuzo Abbo. Boise State finishes 8 of 16 from three-point range. They shoot 52.7% from the field. The rebounding battle actually went to Nevada 30-27. But close game in the first half there. Boise State was up 6 at the half, pulled away in the second half, led by, I think, as many as 17. They win by 15. Just kind of
Nevada's
your overall
big
takeaways.
Too, man. They got a couple of 7-footers down there. Boise State did have problems on the glass tonight, but also you're not going to have as many rebounds when you're shooting well, and they were shooting well tonight.
And I know you noticed Degenhart in the double team.
That was the biggest thing for me. Tyson, and you go back and watch, Steve Alford had a game plan. Tyson Degenhart's not going to beat us offensively. They doubled him. Tyson Degenhart, I don't believe, scored in the first half. He might have had 2. I'm not sure. We can check on the stats department. He didn't have he was not very effective in terms of putting the basket in, or the ball in the basket in the first half, Tyson Degenhart, because he was doubled, and he's a really smart player. And this team is loaded with 3-point shooters around the outside. So Tyson Degenhart
had 3 points.
He had 3 points at the break, and he finished with what, BJ? 15. What happened was the second half, the very first possession, they go right down to T. Daggy in the low block, and there's no double. And you can see Tyson Degenhart. He's like a kid running down the stairs on Christmas morning, waiting to unwrap all these presents. And I was like, are you kidding me? There's no double? I love it. He scores a quick 2. Steve Alford had to make a decision. Okay, are we going to double off Tyson or not? And he got beat both halves. He got beat the first half because T. Daggy was able to distribute the ball for open threes, and he got beat the second half because T. Daggy was able to score 12 points down low without the double. Yep. Other teams are going to see that. Other coaches are going to see that around this league, and it's a pick your poison type of situation, and it's not a good situation to be in. That was impressive to see tonight. That to me was the reason that Boise State was able to kind of control this game. It was off Tyson Degenhart, and obviously Max Rice has a night that we'll be talking about a very long time in Bronco Nation, man.
Well, appreciate your time, man. We're going to play some highlights. We're going to hear some interviews. We got a lot still to come, but we'll let you get home to the fam, and we appreciate your time, man.
Appreciate you guys. Go Broncos, BNN. Did I just say go Broncos?
You did, man.
I meant go BNN. And you got to get that. You got to get that sticker. I'm sorry, I didn't realize your computer was going to show up on the camera screen. Man. I really didn't. I was just throwing this sticker on BJ's computer, and I got great. I mean, Lithia Ford. I mean, I sorry, guys.
There was no agreement that their logo was going to have to be next to the KTIK radio logo, but
I am stealing that back.
Johnny, appreciate you, man. We got plenty of stuff to get to. We're going to hear from Leon Rice, going to hear from some players, Max Rice, going to see some highlights, but do want to thank a couple of our great sponsors. Cutwater Spirits. We're broadcasting from the Cutwater Spirits mobile studios here at ExtraMile Arena. Boise State again wins this one by a score of 77-62. Pick up one of the more than 30 flavors of premixed premium cocktails at your local gas station or grocery store. Our title sponsor, rowpaint.com. Check them out as well. Power and People, Pride in Painting. They are the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics, and they got that deal going on, 15% off. That's right, 15% off the interior painting of your home if you just use the promo code BNN15. Lithia Ford of Boise, another great sponsor of ours, the title sponsor of the pre- and post-game show, a love of community and the sports that bring us together. That's why Lithia Ford of Boise is the official sponsor of Bronco Athletics and proud to be part of Bronco Nation News. But no matter what team colors you wear, Lithia Ford wants you to know you're welcome here. Check them out, lithiafordboise.com. And, of course, Idaho Central Credit Union, another major sponsor of ours. You can see why over 500,000 members love Idaho Central Credit Union. You can join today at iccu.com. They've been helping members achieve financial success for over 80 years. You can join the 1 in 4 Idahoans and become a member. Again, iccu.com. We got a ton to get to. We need to get to some of your comments. We've got a ton of comments that I have to this point not played, and I apologize for that. So we'll go back and get some of the comments here from the beginning, and hopefully I can get all of them back on here as we go back to the very beginning. Kurt saying, let's go Broncos, Max Rice, player of the game. Am I having a cutwater on the job? No, but I might have one or two when I go home. I probably will, actually. It's going to be rewatch the game and finish my story, and I probably will have a couple on, and hope you guys are having one and celebrating this win again for Boise State. Lyle Smith says Max going to go all conference if he keeps this up. Max automatic Rice. Yeah, it was just an incredible game for Max Rice to see what he did. What did he finish from 3-point range? It was 6 of 7. 6 of 7 from 3-point range, 10 of 14 overall. I mean, he was unconscious. The only disappointing thing is that he couldn't get to 30 points. To be at 29 points, obviously, is very disappointing for him to not be able to finish the game and get to 30 points. But I thought that he was super impressive with what he was able to do in this one. That also had the hook, the floater. It's unbelievable. Somehow it bounces in every time. We're good on the audio, right, Colin? Because I turned down mic 1. Okay, just making sure we're still good here. Sam is going to get a lot of love, deservedly so, but let's not forget TD's second half in the paint. Yeah, and that was a nice thing that John Mallory pointed out, and it was true. In the second half, you had them decide not to double-team Tyson Degenhart. They had to stay on Max Rice, and that allowed open things up in the middle for Tyson. Ranked Boise State, according to Grand Tetons. One more. If they beat New Mexico, they'll be ranked next week. I would think they have to be, but obviously a big game on Friday. The rankings don't come out till Monday, so we'll see if Gary Parrish or some of the people that update the rankings on a more regular basis might take a look at them. But Josh says Lucas Milner had some moments tonight. Looked like he's gained the confidence like he talked about the other morning. The Fatheads were back. A great crowd tonight. I agree, Jordan. Bob Davis says playing very well right now. Feels so great to beat Nevada in basketball. I've seen enough. Rank them. Let's see what else we got here. Great to be number 1 in the conference. Max Rice is him. First place now for Boise State. Great win. College basketball atmosphere. Keep it rolling. Yes, Tyson Degenhart just sneaky good over time, getting less sneaky. His play is becoming more complex and overall dominate over time. Kareem the Dream, good to see him there courtside. I always appreciate when folks come over and say hello. Would love to meet any of you guys next time you're at a game. Just get back and let us know next time you're here. We got please don't ask Mallory to shoot free throws tonight. No, we're definitely not going to do that. No worries there. We won't ask him to do that. We don't want to ruin a great night. Glad to finally meet Johnny. Great night tonight, and Colin. Kareem got to meet Colin. Got to meet Kareem the Dream as well. So nice. Chip on his shoulder is what he said. Definitely agree with that. James says Max Rice, player of the week. Don't care what he does on Saturday. He has it locked. Well, he can't do anything on Saturday, James, because the game is Friday. But I get what you're saying there. But I do think he probably needs to have a decent game on Friday as well. Was at the game tonight, Logan. Nice. Max Rice reminds me a little bit of last year's key jab. Steph Curry, who can Mallory make half-court shots like Leon Rice can? Let's see what else we got here. Max has darts. Nice win, Broncos. Max has become a dude. Impressive performance and deadly accurate. We got a ton of comments still rolling in. I want to show some highlights and play Leon Rice and some of these guys as well, but I do want to quickly tell you about a couple more of our sponsors. Transcompservice.com, Transportation Compliance Service. If you're looking for a new job, go check out Transportation Compliance Service. They can help you out with all the permits and things you need to get you out there towing that first load in no time. And we're talking everything from the big rig on the screen, the Amazon truck in your neighborhood, everything in between. If you're looking for a new job, check out transcompservice.com and get into the trucking industry today. If you're looking for a new dentist, check out Boise Dentistry Co. BoiseDentistryCo.com has locations across the Treasure Valley from Mountain Home to Caldwell, everywhere in between. Full family dentistry. They got the newest technology and very friendly staff. My kids on the screen there. If you know them, it's hard to get them to smile like that. So appreciate Dr. Meinert, and our family's happy that we made the switch. Check them out. Find a location near you at BoiseDentistryCo.com. And United Commercial Insurance. If you're looking for a better deal on your business insurance, we got a lot of business owners on here, or folks that deal with the HR and the insurance in the business. They can help lower your rate with a quick call, 229-8222. Save yourself some money. Make the switch today, UnitedCommercialInsurance.com. They make business insurance easy. And our friends Ridley's Family Markets. Go get the Ridley's app, shopridleys.com. They have the new Ridley's app, and if you download that, you get all kinds of great specials and deals on their app. So go download the Ridley's app, shopridleys.com to find the location near you. I believe it's up to 13 locations in the state of Idaho now, so make sure you get more information at shopridleys.com. Let's see some highlights from this game. We'll do the highlights first here. I'll bring those in, and again, we thank Colin Mitchell. He put this package together, so we appreciate Colin for putting the highlights together. Nice crowd today for Boise State. Again, the crowd was announced at 9,653. 9,653. Leon Rice actually after the game was very appreciative and thankful for the ones that came, said they were loud and helped, but did seem a little disappointed that maybe it wasn't sold out. 2 different times referenced that they need to sell this place out for some of the future home games, but he was very appreciative and thankful for the ones that showed up. And obviously the crowd wasn't huge in the third deck. I thought the students did a nice job. They at least filled the lower level there. You see the corral making some noise. But the 9,653 that showed up did have a nice showing tonight. But you see right there, that was Max Rice. That was one of his many threes that put Boise State up. But Will Baker comes back for Nevada. The 7-footer there was a little tough to stop at times. Marcus Shaver's going to pull up for 3. Why not? Boise State going up. I think I tied the game at 11, actually, at that point. Najee Smith from the corner. He hits the 3. Nevada hanging around, though. Nice. That was a crazy move by Najee Smith there. That put Boise State up 18-15 at that point. Nevada with the and 1. Brought it within 33-22, but why not give it back to – Abbo hits the tough shot there. We got too many Max Rice threes. Didn't know where we were going on that one, but there's another one. That put Boise State up 23-17 at that point. Nevada on that kick out. That was a tough one because Boise State had missed forced them to miss, but they got the ball back. Another wide open 3 for Max Rice. Bang, that makes it 26-22 at that point as he hits the 3. Another nice move and 1 for Najee Smith. That put Boise State up 29-22 at that point as they started to get a little bit of separation, but Nevada coming right back. The 3-pointer from Keenan Blackshear, kind of looking at the crowd a little bit after that one. Blackshear is a nice player for Nevada. Max Rice can do it on the inside as well. That made it 31-25. And then why not go for the 3 again? continues to play well and hit some shots there. But if they're going to let Jace Whiting drive to the basket like that, then he'll take it. So about 2 minutes to go at this point. 37-34 after that basket. But how about Lucas Milner? Nice little post move scoring on the big fella Baker. That was nice to see for Lucas Milner. You had Tyson Degenhart with a bucket here and then 2 free throws right before the half. Boise State takes a 42-36 lead into the second half. And then, as John Mallory said, they stopped double teaming Tyson Degenhart, and he went to work on the paint. You did have Blackshear with a couple of buckets, actually, and got them within 44-42. But Max Rice, again, comes back and helps extend the run there. That was my favorite Max Rice 3 of the game. Gets blocked, gives it up, gets it back, hits a 3. That puts Boise State up 53-44. Then the give and go to Najee Smith. The dunk made it 55-44. Rice again. 57-44 now. Boise State leads, and Najee Smith again. Nice little move here. That makes it 59-44. I think that they needed a timeout at that point. Boise State in the second half, really impressive. Nice spin move there from Tyson Degenhart. Broncos go up 61-44 at this point. But Nevada trying to hang around. 3-pointer there. But again, just too much from Boise State. Abo hits the shot. The and one makes it 64-47. You had Lucas hit a 3 there. That cuts it to 64-50. You see the crowd having some fun there with the fat heads and things behind the basket in the student section and the band. Nice pass there. Lucas Milner, another nice and one. That made it 67-54. You have Tyson Degenhart here blowing by his man. He's going to get a bucket. Nice acrobatic and one there. He's fired up. Matt Boucher's fired up. Boise State 69-54 at this point. Degenhart again. Another nice tough up and under. 71-56 with 3:55 to go. And then Jabuzo Abo with the final nail in the coffin. His dunk, the crowd going crazy. They're firing up the crowd. That made it 73-56. Boise State's biggest lead of the game. Marcus Shaver Jr. with the drive made it 77-61. And Max Rice had a chance for 30 points here, but he lets it go. And they decide not to let him shoot the shot there. And he takes the shot clock violation. Finishes with 29 points. I know it would have been gamesmanship and stuff to score there to get him 30, but I don't know. Maybe earlier in the game they could have found a spot to try to get him 30. Would have been nice, but 77-62. Cheerleaders are fired up. The crowd's fired up. Some of them had already left because Boise State was up by so many points. They're able to leave early for good reasons after this one. But Boise State again wins it. Final score 77-62. And it was a happy ride home, I'm sure, for a lot of Boise State fans after this one. I think we might be setting a record tonight for a basketball game post-game show. So we really appreciate everyone that is watching this. We hope you're enjoying the show. If you've just stumbled across us, hopefully you are subscribing to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is just go to YouTube and search Bronco Nation News. We'd love to have you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Turn on your notifications so you can know when we go live. And we're live before and after every Boise State basketball and football game. We also do a daily morning show, 9 a.m. Every morning, although tomorrow morning I don't think we're going to have one, unfortunately, because Matt Boucher is unavailable tomorrow morning. But we'll have Mike Prater on Thursday, and we got a lot to do. I may see if I may text Prater and see if we can bump him up or something, because Friday may be in trouble with traveling. But we'll see. We'll let you know. But as of now, no morning show tomorrow. But if you're new, hopefully you're going to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd also love to have you subscribe to the website. It's $6.99 a month, or just $70 for the entire year, and you get a daily email with Boise State news and updates. You get all the shows, and you get a lot of exclusive content and recruiting content, and some other great things as well. So hopefully you'll consider supporting what we're doing here at Bronco Nation News and sign up for a subscription. We'd love to have you. $6.99 a month. As I said, $70 for the year. We got some other comments coming in here. Got a football comment in here. DJ Schramm coming back. Best thing could have happened to the football team. Yeah, it was nice to get DJ Schramm back. We'll talk about that in the next few days, but we are focusing on basketball tonight. Got to see Max do it again in the pit. Yeah, obviously, Preston, that'd be huge to see. Absolutely huge if you can get Max Rice to have another big game at the pit. That's going to be a tough one on Friday. We'll talk about that at the end of the show. Nice win, Broncos. Max has become a dude. Impressive performance and deadly accurate. I think we need a sports science lesson with Johnny giving us a demonstration of Max's shot. Max Rice in beast mode. They'll need several balance attacks, several players, not just Max for New Mexico. What is the tiebreaker with UNR? It will go to how you did against the first place team, and then it goes to the second place team, then the third place team, until you have one team that you did better than them or they did better than you. So you'll just go down the standings and see how you did against the top teams if they finish tied. Sam mentioned number 23 at KenPom. That is a school record, I believe. I think 26 last year was the highest they had gotten previously. So I believe 23rd is now the highest that Boise State has ever been in the KenPom rankings. We'll see tomorrow morning what the net rankings end up being. James says 4 games in a row, winning 15 plus in the 4th best conference. Even the one before was sweet. Clutch Shaver 3. Lyle Smith says when the number 1 defense makes their shots, you win by 15 a night. Seeing Boise State ahead of UNC and Kansas State on KenPom was not on my bingo card. Why was this hosted by Nevada at Boise? Makes no sense. Mountain West Network needed to update their servers. I guess you're talking about the TV broadcast. Yeah, this was going to be a Mountain West Network game. Reno Sportsnet basically came in and said, we'd like to produce it and put it on our channel, and we'll pay for it. And the Mountain West said, great. So it was on TV back in Reno. It was on TV here in Boise locally, and then it was on the Mountain West Network still. If they would not have picked it up, you would have had more of a Boise State centered broadcast on the Mountain West Network, and then you would have had Nevada fans complaining. So it goes both ways. The play-by-play guy does work for the Reno Sportsnet, but Joe Cravens, the color guy, is no affiliation to Nevada. They brought him in for the game, and Bridget Howard, the sideline reporter, also had no affiliation, was just brought in for the game. So it was only the play-by-play guy that was connected to them. Josh Gardner, Milner's really turning it up, the confidence he's building, just like you and Mallory were talking about here recently. I see Boise State, San Diego State, Nevada, New Mexico, perhaps Utah State making the tournament this year. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, James talking about the selfie with Max Rice. He says, I have a selfie with the Salt Lake U.S. women's curling team. That's pretty impressive. Congratulations there, James. Johnny, if you go back in the tournament, can you get a Max Rice tattoo? I got to find the picture, by the way. We got to dig the selfie out somehow of Max Rice, and I mean, the confetti is falling. Boise State has won the Mountain West title. They're cutting down the nets, and I look over and there's Johnny getting a selfie with Max Rice. I mean, it was unbelievable. Kareem the Dream remembers the LSU game. That was a long time ago. Folks were wanting to get Mallory to the free throw line, but not tonight. We'll do that at a different time. See you in Vegas for the Mountain West tournament. Yeah, we hope a big crew is going, and I'll throw in the plug now. Make sure you stay at Circa. I know Travis Hawks and a lot of folks are down there staying at Circa right now. David Gardner, a lot of big BSU fans. I think they had 11 rooms, or they're down there at Circa right now, and they were saying they're loving it. So if you've never been to Circa, you got to make it over there. The rooms are maybe a little bit more expensive than like the Excalibur or some. They are a little pricier, but it's well worth the price, man. The rooms are all like digital for the lighting, and it's so high tech. And then you got the biggest sports book in the world, and the outdoor stadium swim pool with 6 heated pools and all the games on. It's insane. It's worth every penny. And we are going to try to do some sort of event there the night before the tournament starts on Wednesday night, the night before Boise State plays, if they get a first round bye. So that Wednesday night, plan on some sort of evening event at Circa. And if you're already staying at Circa, it'll be much easier for you to make it over there. Derek, appreciate you, man. He says, how spoiled are we to have this content on BNN after a big game like that? Big time program things. I appreciate you for saying that. Derek, Nathaniel says we're spoiled, and I love it. Good to see you, by the way, man, after the game. Chris V, imagine this kind of coverage in the Kellen Moore era of football. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for saying that. That means a lot. I'm clipping him saying go Broncos. We all heard it. He's never living that down. So we do need to maybe get the go Broncos clip, Colin, from Johnny, and kind of put that with no context out there on social media here moving forward. Everybody's pumped. Let's go, Johnny. Go Broncos. Johnny said it. So I'm a little behind here with all the comments because they keep rolling in, but that was pretty funny. But Nathaniel says ball game's been converted. Our plan has worked. That's pretty funny. Let's hear from Max Rice. Let's thank our last set of sponsors, and then we'll hear from Max Rice. The Blue and Orange Store, theblueandorangestore.com. They're offering free shipping any order over $40. That's right, any order over $40 on theblueandorangestore.com. You get free shipping. So make sure you go on there and order all your Max Rice gear and the rest of the Boise State gear. They have all the NIL shirts and all that. You can also go to the second floor of the Boise Town Square Mall and check out their actual store there next to the Pro Image, the blueandorangestore.com. We appreciate them. Bauscher Real Estate, the number 1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley. We'll be picking a Bauscher Real Estate player of the game here before we're done. I think we have an obvious one of who that's going to be tonight. The number 1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley, BauscherRealEstate.com. No home is too big or too small for former Bronco Matt Bauscher. Make sure you check him out at BauscherRealEstate.com. And I saw Tad Holloway here at the game tonight. So if you're looking to get some lessons, I'm going to go out here in the near future and try to get a private lesson or two myself. If you're looking for some lessons, Tad's your man out there at Timberstone. Get more information, play timberstone.com. He was telling me about a hole-in-one he just got recently when he was playing out in California. He's the best pro in the area here to give lessons to, and they have the indoor TrackMan simulators and stuff, so you can get it all done nice and toasty inside, and you'll be ready to go when the weather warms up here in February and March. So playtimberstone.com is where you can go to book your tea time and your things there. So let's see. We have let's see what we got here. Max Rice. We'll bring him in here if I can do this correctly. Video file, and we'll bring in Max and Tyson. So this was Max Rice and Tyson. I had a microphone, by the way, plugged up on the stage, and then it fell off. So you're going to hear the microphone, the audio change a little bit, and then Colin was able to. Oh, you cut that part out. Okay. Well, either way, the audio is not going to be quite as good as it usually is because Colin boosted it, but the mic fell off the table. So apologize for that. But here is Max Rice and Tyson Degenhart after the win.
I'd say this is the first time I've been hot. So, but no, my teammates did a really good job finding me after I hit a couple, and I started stringing them together. And once you hit a couple, I think the basket looks a lot bigger for you. So, just credit to my teammates for finding me, and a huge win for us.
Tyson, what was it like watching Max have this kind of night?
It's awesome. I've never felt something like that. So, hoping my college career could experience something like that at some point.
The crowd wanted you to go for 30 there. I assume you knew you were on 29 for a while, but were you trying to get to 30? Or?
Yeah, I was. I did want to eclipse 30 at least once in my career, so I thought that was a good chance. So Leon will be hearing about that probably for a while if I do get 30, but it's fine. We got the win, so it's not really that big of a deal, but just in the moment it would have been cool, but it's not a big deal. It's a huge win for us.
Were they doing anything different in the second half to guard you, or were you just not trying to get your shot as much? Or?
Well, when they're in full denial, and if I just space the floor, you can't guard Deggy one-on-one, so that's your first problem. And in the first half, it was going in, so I was just shooting it. Second half, everyone was scoring, so I wasn't going to force it, but everything was really working for us though in the second half, so really no need to force anything there.
Is that the zone? I mean, you've watched a ton of basketball. You've heard people use that term. You've done the same. I mean, was Max Rice in the zone tonight?
Yeah, I would say that was more of the high school. Like that's what I did in high school more. Got a lot of shots up like that. But I mean, in this system, we got a lot of good players. So if you're not making it at a high clip, then you shouldn't be shooting that much regardless. So, but since it was going in, I just kept shooting, and we played off the crowd. We had a great crowd tonight, a lot of good students, and we're rolling right now, so we're already looking up to Friday for a huge game. So.
They were doubling Tyson, I thought, the entire first half.
They were.
Second half, they opened. First possession, they don't double you. You have a smaller player on you, you get a quick bucket. I mean, is that something you think Steve Alford probably was picking his poison with, Max?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't double him, he's going to score, get an and one. If you do double him, we got shooters like me and Booz that are hitting right now. Shave, he's coming around too. So, I mean, it is kind of pick your poison, and we're playing really good at home right now, so this is a tough night for them to be playing us, but I think they're a great team. We played really well, and it was a great Mountain West game.
Max, when I look back at kind of those memorable performances at ExtraMile Arena, I think of Derek Marks against Colorado State, Chandler Hutchison against San Diego State. What do you kind of remember about those performances? And I mean, this kind of was the Max Rice game, first place team in town.
Yeah.
You get 29 points. What do you remember about those performances? What does it mean to kind of reserve your own place in history a little bit there?
Wow, that's a huge compliment. I appreciate that. Yeah, growing up watching dudes like Derek Marks always inspired me to just become a better player, and I've always looked up to dudes like that: Nick Duncan, Derek Marks, Anthony Dremick, all those guys. So just being in the same conversation as them is a dream come true, and just coming out with the win is even bigger too for me. So just another great game. We're already on to the next one, flipping the page on this one. So, but I appreciate that compliment. Thank you.
Max, last week or yesterday, you talked about how much better you think this team has gotten since the last time you played Nevada. Did it feel good to come out and have everything click and kind of prove that tonight?
Yeah, I think you're kind of seeing our offense and our defense kind of just elevating. Our offense was kind of in the 130s, I think, efficiency-wise last week or 2 weeks ago. And now I think we're right around 90. So our offense is getting better. Our defense will always be great. So I think you're just seeing us playing great on both sides of the ball, and our numbers are definitely reflecting that. And I think after tonight, they're going to be probably the best in Boise State history.
Tyson, what does it mean? I mean, you guys are first place. You guys are definitely improving, and it's been. What does that mean to you guys?
Means a lot, we're back where we wanted to be. We didn't start conference out the way we wanted to against Nevada, but we climbed our way back, and now we're tied for first. So can't complain about where we're at, and we just got to keep improving day by day so we can hold up that trophy at the end of the season.
Tyson, we all loved last year's team, but that was last year's team. What do you love? What should I love about this year's team? The records are about the same. You guys were in first place this time last year. Here you are. Why should this town fall in love with this team like they did last year?
We have another great group, It's hard playing, coming back after a championship team and living up to those expectations, but we were all ready for it, and I think we're just starting to see us keep climbing, and, we're a show to see in Boise.
Max, you said on Tuesday that you felt like first place was where the Broncos belonged. How did it feel to put kind of that message forward today to take such a commanding lead?
Yeah, I think we're just focused more on one game at a time, just because it's so early in the season, and then the standings will kind of shake out as we go. But we're approaching each game as its own thing. We're coming after really hard in practice, and I think you can see how much better we're getting from the last time we played Nevada. From this time, I think we're an entirely different team, and credit Nevada, they kind of woke us up, and we changed a lot of things. We changed our fast break, we changed some of our offensive plays, and I think you see that tonight, how well our offense was clicking, and sometimes losses can be good things, and I think that one really made us excel in the long run.
Tyson, what'd you do different against Will Baker this time around, and why have you guys been so effective on big men this year?
We just really try to limit their touches in the post. I mean, the easiest thing is to not let them touch the ball, because if they get the ball down there with the size advantage, they can score over me. So I just try to do my best to force the catch out as far as possible, and try not to let them catch it at all.
Tyson, Leon gave you all 39 seconds off tonight. What is it like to play that much in a game of that magnitude in front of a crowd like that?
It's a lot of fun, just being out there trying to win a game with some of my best friends out there. It's a dream come true. It's something I always dreamed about as a kid, just playing college basketball, and it's just nice to play in front of a crowd that loves us and guys that I love around me.
I know Johnny kind of mentioned it. You kind of had to be patient. You attempted 2 shots in the first half. How kind of tough can that be, or maybe it's not for you? I don't know.
It can be tough, but even when I'm not getting shots up, I try to affect the game in any way I can, whether it's defense, rebounding, just doing all the little things. So it was nice to get going in the second half, especially since they were heavily guarding him. It opened up some lanes for me.
Max, you mentioned already looking ahead to Friday. They're 17-2. Obviously, another huge game. Probably sold out. At the pit. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, that's one of the most fun places to play. The students are insane. They're right on top of you. Snake is there too. They're their best fan. He's there every year. So we're excited to go down there and battle them. They're a great team. We're a great team. I think these are the type of games you want to play in college basketball. And why shy down? Just go hoop. It's gonna be a great game, and I'm excited.
Matt, you told me once that before committing to play for your dad, you talked with Bryce Alford and Steve Alford. They had the father-son connection.
I can't believe you remembered that. That's crazy.
Did you look over maybe at Coach Alford tonight with a little wink like, hey, thanks for giving me this great advice to come play for my pops?
Yeah, Bryce Alford, shout out him. He was one of the main reasons I came here. He said it was playing for his dad was one of the best experiences he ever had. So I was like, might as well take his word for it, because he was a great player in college. And yeah, so I have a lot of respect for those guys. Coach Alford's a great coach. I think he's one of the front runners for Coach of the Year this year. But yeah, shout out Bryce Alford for getting me here, I guess.
Max, you put a chip on your shoulder?
Yeah, I like to think sometimes get myself going. I'm like, these dudes don't think I belong out here. Like, I had 2 points last time I played them. I'm like, I got to prove myself to them and show them that I can hoop too. So tonight I kind of did come in with a different mindset. And it really paid off for me, and I'm obviously going to try to keep doing that in the future.
What do you think of your dad's relationship with Snake?
It's weird. I think they're really good buddies. He always gives him a hug before every game, so I'm like, I guess they're buddies. I mean, Leon's been in the league a long time, and Snake's one of the best fans out there. I mean, I wish we had a dude like Snake. But yeah, I'm sure Leon's excited to see Snake for sure.
Wish we had a dude like Snake. Yeah, I can't wait to see Snake as well. He's a good dude. He's always waiting out there when the team shows up, and that'll be a story for later this week. But Leon Rice actually got Snake a job. Leon Rice badly needed a job, or excuse me, the Snake needed a job, and Leon Rice had given him some stuff and been friends with him, and just kind of was a nice guy that sees this dude that wears paint showing up at the New Mexico games and would always befriend him and talk to him. And when the dude was looking for a job, he found out that one of his the guy making the hire was a Boise State alum, and so it was like a dishwashing job at a restaurant or something. And the dude making the hire was a Boise State alum, so he put down Leon Rice as one of his references, and Leon Rice talked to the guy and actually helped him get the job. So we'll have more. We'll have more on that story because we did an interview last year with Leon Rice and Snake together, and maybe we'll play that Friday on the pregame show or before the game at some point. But we got a lot of comments rolling in here. We do want to hear from Leon Rice as well. We still have, at least on the one thing I'm looking at here, well over 130 people watching. So we appreciate all of you guys that are watching us. And if you've just stumbled on us, like I said, please go subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's free and easy and takes about 5 seconds down at the bottom of the screen. Just subscribe on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitter or on Facebook, we recommend and ask you to please go over to YouTube and subscribe there, because that's the easiest place to watch the broadcast. And like I said, you can get notified when we go live and things like that. Riley says, worthy subscription if you're looking for in-depth BSU content. Appreciate that, man. He had to join because of Kareem the Dream. Always nice seeing you, meeting the others. Yeah, good to see you down there as well. Let's see. The Nevada student section was chirping at us, the corral all week. Nice to silence them. I didn't see much of that, but yeah, I think that would be nice. Let's see. You know, I'm counting the chickens before they hatch. Where do you see Boise State in the tournament picture right now? I mean, if you go off the metrics and things and you just look at it, I mean, you could think they could be anywhere in the 6, 7, 8 seed range right now. I mean, the one thing is they don't technically have any quad 1 wins right now, which people do look at, and that does hurt them. No quad 1 wins because Nevada's going to fall below 30, I'm sure, with this loss. So Utah State, UNLV, those were all quad 1 wins, and then now they're not because they lost. So, you're not going to have a quad 1 win. And then also you have a quad 4 loss to South Dakota State. And both those things, unfortunately, right or wrong, are going to hurt them. So if their seed, if that holds, or some of their bracket projections right now, like from Joe Lenardi or whatever, they're probably only going to be a 10 or 11 because of the quad 4 loss and because of the as I said, the no quad 1 wins. But I think that's 7 wins now in the first 2 quadrants. So they're racking up some impressive things, and they're going to have plenty of chances here moving forward. But I'll bet you they're not as high as some people probably think they should be because of that. There we go. Appreciate that. Lyle Smith says going to try a BNN subscription. I hear in-depth content is so good. We'd love to have you. You get 2 months free if you sign up for 1 year and just pay up front $70 for the whole year. And I'll send you a BNN t-shirt, and we'll come up with some other stuff for anyone that signs up. $70 one-time fee. I'll send you a BNN t-shirt and maybe a gift card or something. We'll try to figure it out. Let's see here. Click thumbs up on the YouTube channel, everyone. Yeah, we'd love to have that. Please do click like the video and hit subscribe and help us move up in some of the algorithms and things like that. Tyson, not a talker, but does love hyping up the crowd. I love it when the crowd responds. You had Najee Smith doing it tonight. You had Degenhart. Yeah, you had a lot of players hyping up the crowd. Max Rice going to get his 30-point game sometime this year. I think he might at some point, but I mean, that's hard to do. 29 was pretty impressive. Another nice comment here. Jordan Morales says the subscription is a steal, no brainer. The support and excitement the content brings these programs is huge. Appreciate you, Jordan, for saying that. Vegas will not disappoint this year. Get your plans made. Yeah, Circa. Come stay at Circa. We'd love to have you all there and see you there. That's where we'll be. The boosted presser audio is still better than tonight's NSN stream. That's funny. The Leon Rice audio will be crystal clear, by the way. I'll play that in just a minute. But Leon's audio was perfect because we did have the microphone that stuck. Lenardi had us at a 10 seed. That was before the game tonight. So we'll see. Kareem the Dream, BNN, great way to start the morning and the night. Appreciate that. Yeah, people are saying the Pimp is better than the Snake. So people are liking the BSU Pimp over the New Mexico Snake. So that is a little bit of a rivalry there, I guess. Kurt Blake's telling Lyle Smith, well worked the subscription. Appreciate you guys for saying that. Very nice of you. But let's hear from Leon Rice, the head coach at Boise State. We'll bring that in here. And again, the audio is better for that. it was 13 minutes. I won't play it all. We'll play some of it, and then you can watch the rest of it on the YouTube channel. I assume the highlights and everything is already up on YouTube. So the full highlights of the game and the full interviews are up on YouTube. So when we're done here, you can check on that as well. So appreciate Colin Mitchell, who is off camera here doing all the behind the scenes work to get us on the air here. And we have a new customer coming in right now, so I appreciate that. Hopefully, we can get a couple more of you. So sign up tonight, and I'll throw in the BNN T-shirt and a $25 gift card to the Blue and Orange store. How about that? See if we can get a few subscriptions based on the big win. I'll throw in a $25 gift card to the Blue and Orange store and a BNN T-shirt if you sign up before midnight. So you got an hour and a half. But Leon Rice, the head coach of the Boise State basketball team, spoke tonight about his son, Max Rice, but he didn't really want to talk about him as his son. He wanted to talk about him as a player. A couple of funny comments during this. But here is Boise State coach Leon Rice after the game.
Well, we beat a very good team tonight. Proud of our guys, the way they, we played 2 on the road. The league is a grind, and they came with it tonight. And we had a great intensity for 40 minutes. And like I said, we beat a very good team that, I thought Nevada played great first half, and we just kept sawing wood. But really proud of our guys, and the staff had a great game plan. And then 12 just carried us in that first half offensively. That was pretty amazing. And it's always, I've seen guys score a lot of points in a half, but when they're that efficient, that's what makes all the difference in the world. And that was one of the. Yeah, it ranks up there as one of the best halves we've had in this gym since I've been here. And that's saying something, because we've had Chandler come in and you go down the list, there were some impressive ones, and that's right there with it. So hats off to those guys. It's really pretty cool.
As a coach, as a dad, what was that like?
There's no dad on the sideline. He's up in the stands. So
but just to see 3.
Not that he's someone else. I don't know. It doesn't. She gets that a lot because. You look at him, you look at me, I was like, thank God for Robin's athleticism and hand-eye coordination and all that. She was a heck of a setter, but
just to have a night like that, though, for him.
But, the funny thing is when you have guys do that, and you've seen that act before in practice, and, like when Chandler did it, when Max has done it, when you've seen him go nuts but when he's in that zone, over his lifetime, I've seen that a lot. It gets going, and you're like, oh my gosh, no matter what he gets up there, is going to go in. And he's playing with confidence, and his teammates are getting him shots, and they're screening for him, they're moving the ball for him, and But like I said, the most impressive thing about the 29 is always off of 14 shots, that you almost can't be more efficient.
X's and O's, Leon, did you think maybe not, because Tyson was double the entire first half. Were they leaving Max? Were they daring Max?
No, they weren't. Okay. Our guys did a great job but that's when you have a good inside-out presence. You can get lost once in a while, but no, they were not. Nobody's going to dare Max to. Alfred's a good coach. He's not going to do that.
What was your thought in the second half when the first possession they don't double Tyson? He gets an easy 2. Were you thinking, okay, they've switched it up now, expect Tyson to get more?
Well, they're gonna change what they do, and they do a good job of that over the course of a game. And sometimes they blitz the ball screen, sometimes they double the post, and they take it on and off. But when you're spreading the floor and making shots like that, you get to choose your poison thing a little bit. Because Tyson's a hard guard down there by himself.
Max said that, asked about the chip on his shoulder, and he said last time you guys played Nevada, he felt like he had something to prove to these guys. He belonged here. What have you seen when Max kind of feels that way?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh no, I've seen that when he's in fact, Lexus and I talked about it because Lex is his whisperer a little bit, and Lex said something, should I build him up? I'm like, no, don't build him up, challenge him, and he'll step up. And that's, when you get to know your players like that, it helps. And Max is like that. When he's challenged, then that's when he's best.
When was the moment you knew that he was going to have a big night? What shot was it that kind of gave you a feeling? Maybe it was the first, I don't know.
I don't know. You're just into the next play, like like we teach these guys, next play, next play. So you just watch, okay, that's good, get him another shot, next play. That's what I kept saying to Duryea, like, get another one, get another, So Coach Duryea did a great job of that, finding different, shuffling the deck, but being able to get Max the ball in different ways. And, we always ask those guys too, what do you want? What play do you like right now? And so Max was choosing a little bit of those, and felt a little bit like Dean Smith on the last play. I'm the only one that stopped him. I made him hold the ball, but that was the right thing to do. And but it's hard for college kid wants to get 30, and I made him take the violation. So the team booed me for that afterwards. But Max gets it. The officials, we want to be respectful to Nevada, not do that. But overall, yeah, it was a great night, great crowd. Appreciate everyone coming out. We need to fill this place, though. The one thing I forgot, they gave me the choice, like this game could have been at 9 and it was going to be picked up by somebody else, and I said no. For the fans, I wanted it at 7, and I wanted people here, and so if it would have been at 9 on a school night, then Naismith doesn't get to come, and so that's. I chose 7 for the fans, and so we need to keep filling this place because it makes a difference. Our guys played heavy minutes. 3 guys played over 35 minutes, and that's where I kept asking them, "Are you guys okay?" And I think the crowd lifts them up and gives them that energy to finish. So it's huge.
Just think, 4 years bouncing a ride across campus on a horse or across the Boise River.
Yeah.
Fill the place. What does it feel like to walk into this gym knowing, well, tonight 9,663?
Yeah. Well, we want more. Yeah, because they haven't been. I mean, they don't get disappointed when they come. I mean, our guys play their hearts out. They play together. It's a great atmosphere. You can't get better entertainment to cost $100 to go to a movie. This is better than any movie you can go watch, right?
I'd say ever since the start of last year, you guys have really proven yourself as a defensive team. But these last 4 games, I look up with 12 minutes to go in the game, you guys are averaging 1.5 points per possession. I mean, how hard are you guys going to compete, or how hard is it going to be to beat you guys if you play this way offensively?
We are, I said this at the start of the year when you guys asked me about the team. I said this team's got a chance to be really good offensively because we can really stretch you out. We've got more guys that can shoot that are out there, and you get that, and when you get an understanding of how to play like that, because you can't just have 5 guys standing around the perimeter. That doesn't work, and it's taken some time to get their roles, figure out their strengths, figure out their weaknesses, and them figuring out each other. So. That's helped us click a lot better because we're getting each other shots where we know how to, we know where guys get their shots, and that's really helping. But it's the combination. I mean, I thought we played a really good second half defensively. We held them to 26 points, and I think that the combination of the two is what you want. Last year this game was a 1-possession game every time it seemed like, or maybe not, but. All our games seem to be. Now, you look at these last 4 games, it's been remarkable. If you would have told me that 2 weeks ago that we're going to win by 15 tonight and whatever, 18 the other night and 23 and, on and on, I would have thought you were crazy. But it's our team's evolving and getting better, and so we just need to keep striving for that.
You talked about being able to stretch the defense out. You guys got 36 points in the game tonight. How does your shooting open up?
Yeah, that's what it does, because they were one time guarding Max at half court, denying him. I just told him, drag him out and how are you going to stop Shaver one-on-one, going to the hole? So it does open it up for everyone else when you have a guy, and when you have guys. You got to do the same with Buzo, too. Buzo's going to have one of these games. Shaver's going to have one of these games. Tyson, Naj, they've all had big games, but they can have those, Bob Beeman games a little bit.
Talk about Buzo a little bit.
You know who Bob Beeman was, don't you, right?
Not
Dickie will tell you. 68 Olympics.
You talk about Buzo a little bit. He seems to really always make the difficult shot, get that in when range. How much trust do you have in him to just go get a bucket?
Well, his shot is really unblockable, and that's why he gets fouled on so many. Because their coaches, every coach, I mean, there's good coaches in this league. They don't want him to shoot, but you can't get to it without fouling him. And so when you have good officials, they protect those shooters because it's a dangerous play if you're undercutting a shooter, and they've taken that out of the NBA. And so, our esteemed officials are doing a nice job of trying to take that out of our game too. How about that statement?
The bench just kind of continues to creep into the box score at times too. But you look at even Lucas tonight. I mean, 4 points, 4 rebounds, +9 in 13 minutes, and Jace played 13 first half minutes when Marcus got in foul trouble. I mean,
right.
It doesn't always have to be obviously 15 points from a bench guy, but how impactful were those minutes those guys played tonight?
Well, the biggest thing, their plus minus was plus. So we didn't have a drop off when they went in. They went in and did their job, and Jace had a nice drive to score at a big time, and Lucas had the great, could have been an and one. I mean, great catch, good finish, and that we need that because you can't do it with 5 guys. We need more. I need to get Kobe, keep going, but Buzo was really, really playing good. I didn't want to get him out. Pavle, I wanted to get him in, but I couldn't take Max out. So they understand. Our guys are unselfish. They understand that, but we're going to need them, no doubt. We need those guys to get through these because it's it's a grind. We're right back at it tomorrow. We're on the plane on Thursday. We're playing in the hardest place in the country to play, or one of them, and against a hot team. They went into San Diego State and won, and then they won by 20 tonight. I mean, this league is out of the frying pan into the fire every night.
Does living in the moment provide you an opportunity to celebrate or be excited
Yes.
about being in first place?
Well, not about being first place, but about the way these guys showed up and competed tonight. Yeah, we celebrate it, and it's pretty cool for them I want them to enjoy it, and I want them, and then we got to recover. It's the teams that you got to recover from wins, just like you got to recover from losses, and this one, it'll be. I'll give them a few extra hours, but then it's on to the next, and that's the reality of playing in such a good league.
But I think the thing that stands out to me about your last few games is your guys' ability just to finish. I mean, once you kind of get leads. What do you think of Buzo's dunk? That kind of felt like the nail in the coffin, and just your guys' effort to finish down the stretch.
Yeah, because we were still guarding too, because you can't let your foot off the throttle there. No doubt, you gotta keep getting stops, because if you get stops, then you don't have to score again. But we did both. So I love the way these guys are finishing. They have a great mindset about it, and they understand what it takes. But yeah, like I said, I'm really proud of the staff. Great game plan, and our defense is right. I think it's top 10 stat guy. I mean, that's impressive with the schedule we played and the people we've played. So, hats off to Bernie, hats off to Duryea and Berto and the whole staff, Red, and those guys. They're just managing everything so well and doing their job so well that, makes it easy for me. But when the players play like that and when the coaches coach like that, it's great. I got one job, just to fight the men in stripes, but there might be more. But no, really proud of everybody in the program. It's been cool to watch this team grow, because they really have. They've grown a ton.
Take that, Jay Tust, stat guy. Leon Rice calling me stat guy there, as we joked about earlier in the show. But if you missed any of Leon Rice or any of the players or any of the highlights, we have the full highlights, the full all of that up there on the site, on the YouTube channel as well. So you can go check out the videos tab on BroncoNationNews.com, or go straight to our YouTube channel. All of the videos are on there as well. Let's see. We did have, by the way, I don't know if he wants me to say his email or whatever, but we did have someone, at least one person, maybe two. I didn't see if there was a second one that signed up for the $70 subscription. So thank you so much. I will email you, and we will reach out and try to do what we can to get you your T-shirt and your $25 gift card to the Blue and Orange store. So we got Davis Cutter in here asking if we can help hook him up with a job as a ball boy. So Davis, reach out, man. If you're, we'll see what we can do. Send me a message on Twitter or something, man. If that's the real Davis Cutter. Support the quality coverage. There you go. And whoever did sign up, I didn't have the name on here, so I apologize for that. But thank you for your $70 subscription, and we'll email you. Colin will be in touch with you. We'll get your email, and then we'll give you your goodies. So love the shout out to Robin Rice. Boise State needs to rename the court the Rice Family Court when the time comes. You know what? I never thought about that. It was always going to be Leon Rice Court, but the Rice Family Court does, with what Max has done for the program now too, and having another kid on the team. I actually like that a lot, Jordan. The Rice Family Court. I think that's a perfect name for it. 7 p.m. over 9 p.m. tip. That was huge. Thank you, Coach. What a game. Grand Tetons, remember a couple years ago I was very critical of Rice, but I take back every bad thing I said. Kareem the Dream says stat guy. Kurt Blake says morning show tomorrow morning. I don't know yet, Kurt. It's too late. I'm going to see if I can get Jay. I'm actually going to see if I can get Jay Tuss to do tomorrow, and I will text him before we get off here to see if Jay can do tomorrow morning at 9 instead of Friday. So I'll let you know soon. If we can do that, because I was going to be flying on Friday and can't do the show anyway, so maybe we can get Tuss to do tomorrow instead. So stay tuned. Hopefully we will. I'm not for sure yet if we will or not. Rice Family Court, that'd be a great name. Agree with that. Totally. That was a very, very good observation there. So thanks again, Cutwater Spirits, for sponsoring our studios here. Pick up one of their more than 30 flavors of pre-mixed premium cocktails at your local gas station or grocery store. Use that promo code BNN15. Get 15% off the interior painting at rowpaint.com. LithiaFordBoise.com. Go check them out online. Get your the full inventory of vehicles there. Go test drive one today as well. Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. You can get more information. Sign up. You can get a credit score or sign up for your new account. Boise Dentistry Co. If you're looking for a dentist, check them out. BoiseDentistryCo.com. If you're looking for insurance for your insurance business, UnitedCommercialInsurance.com, 229-8222. Quick call can save you a lot of money on your business insurance. Go download the Ridley's app, shopridleys.com. Told you about it earlier in the show, but the Ridley's app has some exclusive savings, and that's worth your drive down to that CUNA location if you live in the Treasure Valley. Love it down there. So shopridleys.com. Go get some gear from the Blue and Orange store as well, theblueandorangestore.com. Free shipping. Any order over $40. Make sure you check out theblueandorangestore.com. Bauscher Real Estate, the number one ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley. We'll go ahead and make Max Rice our player of the game. Max Rice, our Matt Bauscher player of the game, after he gets 29 points tonight. BauscherRealEstate.com, as he has 29 points, and BauscherRealEstate.com for your Matt Bauscher, player of the game. And Timberstone Golf Course, play Timberstone.com. Again, Tad Holloway's got the lessons going, or you can get out there and get fitted for some new clubs. And when the weather warms up, be ready to hit the links at playtimberstone.com. We're a minute and 7 seconds in, and we're still in the triple digits for folks that are watching the show here. So truly appreciate everybody. Hope you go subscribe. Again, $70 for the year, and I'll throw in a $25 gift card. That pays for a lot of it right there by itself. And if you do it before midnight, it's kind of a special here for the win. I'm in a good mood, so we'll throw in a BNN t-shirt as well. I saw Greg McVeigh, by the way, our contest winner, Greg McVeigh. He showed up in his BNN t-shirt tonight. That was fun to see and cool to see as well. So it was good seeing Greg after getting back on the jet from Las Vegas a couple of days ago. And as I said, Travis Hawks and David Gardner and a whole crew of BSU fans are down there at Circa right now. So make your reservations for the Mountain West tournament. We will see you at Circa Resort and Casino, and we'll have a little get-together the night before one of the games. And I can't wait to get down there to Circa and see all of you guys in about 6-7 weeks, whatever it is, for the Mountain West tournament. Kareem says, Johnny, saw him with the BNN hat. How do I get my hands on those? We're not allowed to sell those. So I am working on some contests maybe to give some away, Kareem, but I cannot sell them. BSU won't allow me because they've got the trademark on Bronco Nation, and that was one of just to be quite honest with you, that was one of the reasons they allowed me to use Bronco Nation News, is if I said I wouldn't sell anything. So we're still working on it, but to this point, I'm not allowed to sell it and got to play by the rules here. So that will about wrap it up for today's show. I don't know about tomorrow. Stay tuned. be ready at 9 a.m. We may have a show, we may not. We'll for sure have Mike Prater on Thursday, and then we'll try to get you something Friday. But I know we can't do Friday. But I think Jay might be able to do tomorrow. We'll try to see if we can squeeze that in here, and I'll try to put something on social media if we can tomorrow. So again, Lithia Ford of Boise post-game show, BroncoNationNews.com. We appreciate Idaho Central Credit Union, RowPaint.com, all of our great sponsors, and all of you. Record viewership tonight. We're at an hour and 9 minutes, and we're at a record viewership for the show tonight. So appreciate everybody that took the time to check us out. Hope you go subscribe to the site. Hope you go subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hopefully you tell your friends about us, and we can continue to grow this business. We will be live from the pit in Albuquerque, New Mexico with the pregame show on Friday night. It's a 9 p.m. game. We'll be live around 8 p.m. or so, or just a few minutes after for the pregame show from the pit on Friday night in Albuquerque. So stay tuned for that, and hope you'll join us Friday about 8 o'clock before a monster Mountain West game on Friday night in Albuquerque, because the Broncos have a couple winnable games after that. So if they're able to somehow win the Nevada game, the New Mexico game, they're probably ranked in the top 25 and could be on a fairly nice winning streak going into San Diego here in a couple weeks. So again, we'll see you from the pit. We'll also see you probably tomorrow morning and for sure Thursday with Prater. So thanks again to all of you for checking us out, and hope you had a great night at the game. And Lyle Smith says he subscribed, so I guess that was you, Lyle Smith. We appreciate you. We'll get your email. We'll be in touch. Let us know the T-shirt size, and we'll send you the gift card, and we appreciate that. And anyone else that's on the fence, you got another hour. I'll throw it until midnight. $25 gift card, as well as the BNN T-shirt for a subscription to Bronco Nation News. So have a great night, everybody. Thanks to Colin Mitchell. He's over here working hard. You can see there he is. There's Colin. We appreciate him, as always, for what he's doing for BNN. And he's going to be covering the women's game on Thursday, by the way. So you'll have some women's basketball coverage Thursday night against Fresno State, I believe. 6:30 tip-off here at ExtraMile Arena. So stay tuned for Colin. He'll be covering that as well. So Mary, the drummer from the Blue Thunder pep band, was up there. She's chiming in. Hi, Mary. Good to see you. Hopefully we'll see you at Circa again for the Mountain West tournament. That was fun that some of you guys came over. I got to look into getting some more rally towels made, I guess, for them. So again, have a great night. I'm going to finish the story. We'll get that up there on the site. We'll have all the other post-game video up there as well. So check out BroncoNationNews.com for plenty of coverage. And I'm going to write about Max Rice tonight and how much fun it was watching what he did tonight. So we will talk to you at some point here in the next couple of days. Thanks again for checking us out. Go subscribe. And I really appreciate you. Record viewership tonight. Again, final score, Boise State wins this one 77-62. It's a 5-game winning streak. The Broncos are 5-1 and now in sole possession for the time being of first place in the Mountain West Conference. So a great night, and I appreciate you all for checking us out. Have a great rest of your night. Full coverage coming to BroncoNationNews.com. My name is BJ Rains. He's Colin Mitchell. Have a great night, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Bronco Nation News, BroncoNationNews.com.